Hello and greetings to everyone. Today we are going to treat profit and loss. That is number 9, profit and loss. Most often when we sell articles, we always expect to make a gain after selling the articles. That means the price at which we sell the article must be greater than the price at which we bought the article for a gain to be made. But if the price at which we sell the article is less than the price at which the article was bought, then a loss will be made. Let's take this down. When articles are sold, we always ensure that we make a profit or gain. Profit is another way of referring to gain. Let me underline them. When you hear profit, it means the same thing as gain. This means that the amount for which the article is sold must be greater than the amount for which the article was bought for a gain or profit to be made. The amount for which the article is sold is called the selling price. Now we denote the selling price by using SP as such, and the amount for which the article is bought before being sold is called the cost price. Or you denote cost price by making use of CP, capital C, capital P. The profit is simply the difference between the selling price, or make use of SP, and the cost price, or make use of CP, i.e. that is profit is equal to the selling price minus cost price. So for profit to be made, the selling price must be greater than the cost price. When a trader sells an article less than the amount he or she paid for the article, then a loss is said to be made. The loss is the difference between the cost price and the selling price. That is, loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. So that means for a loss to be made, the cost price must be greater than the selling price. Then we take note of the following. Note this. First one, when selling price is greater than cost price, then a profit is made. 2I, when the cost price is greater than the selling price, then a loss is made. 3I, when the selling price is equal to the cost price, then neither a profit or loss is made. But in a business world, when the selling price is equal to the cost price, we are going to say there is a loss made. There is a loss made simply because the business person invested his or her time. We move to the next, which is percentage profit and percentage loss. This profit and percentage loss. Take this down. The percentage profit will loss is a way to show the amount of profit or loss as a fraction of the cost price. 1. I percentage profits percentage profit is simply equal to profit over the cost price times 100% on 1, which is simply the same as we know profit is calculated by making use of the selling price minus the cost price all over the cost price times 100% over 1. This is how we calculate the percentage profit. We go to the next. Through I, the percentage loss it is simply equal to the loss all over the cost price times 100% over 1, which is simply equal to loss is calculated by making use of cost price minus selling price all over cost price times 100% on 1. This is how we calculate the percentage loss. We take examples. Question 1. A man bought a house for $5,500,000. If he sold the house for question E, $6,800,000, how much profit did he make? For B, $5 million, how much loss did he make? Take solution. We have been told that a man bought a house for $5,500,000. The $5,500,000 is the cost price. That's the amount the man used in buying the house. Therefore, cost price $5,500,000. For question A, the man sold the house for $6,800,000. The $6,800,000 is the selling price. $6,800,000. We are required to find the profit man made. Profit is given by selling price minus the cost price, and this will be equal to $6,800,000 minus $5,500,000, and this will simply be equal to $1,300,000. So this will be the profit the man makes after selling the house for $6,800,000. We go to B. How much loss did he make after selling the house for $5 million? B. The selling price is simply equal to $5 million. Loss is equal to the cost price minus the selling price. You can see the cost price, which is $5,500,000, is higher than the selling price, which is $5 million. This will simply be equal to, performing the subtraction, we are going to obtain $500,000. So this is the loss the man makes after selling the house for $5 million. We go to question 2. Question 2. Calculate the percentage profit of a bag of rice that was bought for 25,000 francs CFA and sold for 30,000 francs CFA. Take solution. From the given problem, the cost price of the bag of rice is 25,000 francs CFA and the selling price is 30,000 francs CFA. In this case, comparing the cost price and the selling price, you see that the selling price is greater than the cost price. That means a profit was made, and the profit is simply equal to the selling price minus the cost price, which is equal to 30,000 francs CFA minus 25,000 francs CFA, and this will simply be equal to 5,000 francs CFA. The percentage profit is simply equal to the profit all over the cost price times 100% over 1. This will simply be equal to 5,000 francs CFA all over 25,000 francs CFA times 100% over 1. This will simply be equal to the francs CFA will strike off francs CFA. 5,000 will go into 5,000 one times, 5,000 will go into 25,000 5 times. 5 will go into 100 20 times, and this will simply be equal to 20%. This is the percentage profit made from the bag of rice. Now we are going to take down these remarks. They are very important. The first one, I, from profit equal to selling price minus cost price. We have selling price be equal to cost price plus the profit. And also we have the cost price to be equal to the selling price minus the profit. You take note of this. We go to the next 2i, from loss equal to cost price minus selling price. We have the selling price equal to the cost price minus the loss, and we have the cost price equal to the selling price plus the loss. We go to 3i, from percentage profit, which is simply equal to the profit over the cost price times 100% over 1. We have a profit equal to the cost price times the percentage profit all over 100%. So this is how we can calculate the profit when we know the percentage profit and the cost price. We go to IV, from percentage loss, which is equal to the loss all over the cost price times 100% over 1. We can find the loss. The loss is simply equal to the cost price times the percentage loss all over 100%. We take these examples. Question 1. Find the selling price of an article given that its cost price is $4,500 and the percentage profit is 20%. Take solution. We have been given the cost price of the article as $4,500. We have been given the percentage profit as 20%. We are required to find the selling price. We know selling price is equal to the cost price plus profit. We know the cost price, but we don't know the profit. The next thing we have to look for the profit. Profit is equal to the cost price times the percentage profit all over 100%. Such. This will simply be equal to $4,500 times the percentage profit, which is 20%. We divide by 100%. You'll see that the percentage sign will strike off. 20% will go into 100% 5 times. $4,500 divided by 5 is simply equal to $900. This will be equal to $900. $900 is the profit made. Now we can find the selling price of the article by adding the cost price and the profit. The cost price is $4,500 plus the profit, which is $900. This will simply be equal to $5,400. This is the selling price of the article. We go now to question 2. Calculate the selling price of an item whose cost price is $5,000 and percentage loss is 10%. When you hear percentage loss, that means a loss was made. Take solution. Since a loss was made, the selling price of the item will simply be equal to the cost price of the item minus the loss. We need to find the loss. Loss is simply equal to cost price times the percentage loss we divide by 100%. This will simply be equal to the cost price is $5,000 times the percentage loss, which is 10%. Then we divide by 100%. 10% will go into 100% 10 times. $5,000 divided by 10 gives us $500. $500 is the loss made after selling the item. Now we can proceed to find the selling price of the item. The selling price. To find the selling price of the item, we are going to take the cost price of the item, which is $5,000. Then we subtract the loss made, which is $500, and this will simply be equal to $4,500. This is the selling price of the item for which a 10% loss was made. We go now to example 3. Find the cost price of an article whose selling price is 38,000 francs CFA and percentage loss, that means a loss was made, is 5%. Take solution. Since a loss was made, the cost price of the article will simply be equal to the selling price plus the loss. We know only the selling price of the article and the percentage loss. We don't know the loss. We don't know the cost price. We know loss is equal to the cost price times the percentage loss all over 100%. And this will simply be equal to the cost price. We are going to replace cost price with selling price plus loss times the percentage loss. The percentage loss is 5%. Then we divide by 100%. 5% will go into 100% 20 times. This will be equal to the selling price. You know the selling price as 38,000 francs CFA plus the loss. Remember this, we strike off 5% where 1 goes into 100% 20 times, so all over 20. This is what we are going to have. We know this is the loss. We can write the loss as loss over 1. Next step, we need to form an equation of the loss, and we calculate the loss by making it the subject of formula. We cross multiply. 20 times loss gives us 20 loss. That means 20 times loss is equal to 38,000 francs CFA plus the loss. We are going to bring like terms together. We are going to transfer this loss to the left hand side of the equality sign. When it crosses, it becomes negative. 20 loss minus loss will be equal to 38,000 francs CFA. 20 loss minus loss gives us 19 loss. It's equal to 38,000 francs CFA. Now, for us to get the loss, we are going to divide both sides by 19. 19 loss divided by 19 is equal to 38,000 francs CFA divided by 19. 19 will strike out 19. This will give us the loss to be equal to 38,000 francs CFA divided by 19 gives us 2,000 francs CFA. So this is the loss. Now, knowing the loss, we can find the cost price of the article. The cost price of the article will be equal to the selling price of the article, which is 38,000 francs CFA plus the loss, which is 2,000 francs CFA. And this will simply be equal to 38,000 francs CFA plus 2,000 francs CFA gives us 40,000 francs CFA. So this is the cost price of the article for which, when sold, a percentage loss of 5% is made. Next, we are going to take down the exercise for application on this. Take down exercises for application. Question 1 goes calculate the percentage profit or loss in each of the following. For A, we have a cost price. It has a cost price of $5,000 and a selling price of $7,500. For B, a cost price of 54,000 francs CFA and a selling price of 40,000 francs CFA. You go to C, a cost price of $3 million and a selling price of $2,600,000. We're going on to question 2. Calculate the cost price in each of the following. First one, A, the selling price is 75,000 francs CFA and percentage profit is 15%. We go to B, we have the selling price equal to 1,200,000 francs CFA and the percentage loss is 30%. Go to question 3. Goes calculate the selling price in each of the following. For A, we have a cost price of $19,000 and percentage profit is 10%. For B, we have a cost price equal to $25,000 and percentage loss is 25%. These are the exercises for application on profit and loss. If in case you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions at the comment section. In our next video, we are going to solve the exercises. Please, if you like the video, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching.